This cranberry and pecan cheese ball is the perfect addition to your holiday table this year. It's so easy to make in advance and just pull out of the fridge when you're ready to serve. Welcome to Recipes by Karina, where I share with you how to make classic and simply delicious recipes. Make sure to subscribe or follow my page for a new recipe each week. To start, we want to toast the pecans. This is an optional step that you could skip, but toasting does bring out the best flavour, so I would definitely recommend doing this. You'll need half a cup of pecans, or about 50 grams. I love pecans in this cheese ball, but you can of course change this up with walnuts or almonds or use a complete mixture. It's completely up to you. Tip the pecans out onto a chopping board and using a large knife, give them a rough chop. You want a variety of sizes, some larger pieces and a few smaller bits that will easily mix into the cheese ball. Place the pecans onto an oven tray and place in a 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degree Fahrenheit oven for about 5 minutes, or a good rule is to take them out just as you start to smell them. They'll become incredibly fragrant. If you'd like the full recipe for this cranberry and pecan cheese ball, it'll be on my website, as well as the full measurements are listed in the description box below. In a medium-sized mixing bowl, add in your cream cheese and give it a quick mix to soften. You'll need 250 grams or 9 ounces. You'll notice I give the recipe amounts in metric and imperial, so no matter where you live in the world, you should find this recipe easy enough to follow. Make sure it's at room temperature here, or you'll have such a hard time trying to mix it and incorporate with the other ingredients. To the cream cheese, you'll need a 1/4 cup of sour cream, as well as adding a bit of softness to the cheese ball. The sour cream also adds great flavour. Follow that with a cup of grated cheese. I'm using cheddar here. You want to go with something that has a bit of flavour. Stay away from mozzarella, but if you have a different favourite type of cheese, then definitely use it. Next up, for a bit of flavour, add about half a teaspoon of garlic powder. I love the garlic flavour here, but again with this recipe, you could add in or leave out so many different ingredients, so make sure to make it to your tastes. You could also add a touch of pepper here, but with the sharp cheese flavour, it doesn't really need much seasoning at all. Using the wooden spoon, give the ingredients a really good mix together until everything is evenly combined. Cheese balls are a really great addition to any grazing table or board. You can really make them into whichever kind of flavour you would like, but this cranberry and pecan one is just delicious. So much texture from the pecans, but hints of sweetness and flavour from the cranberries. It just pairs perfectly together. By this point, the pecans should be just about ready, so remove them from the oven and place them into a smaller bowl. They'll cool down pretty quickly. To the pecans, add a cup of dried cranberries and give it a good mix to combine. About half of the pecan and cranberry mix is going to be mixed into the cheese ball, and the other half is going to cover the outside. Take your mixture and pour half of it into the bowl with the cheeses. Using your wooden spoon, fold the ingredients together until the pecans and cranberries are evenly distributed through. We now need to turn this into a ball, and the easiest way to do this is with plastic wrap or baking paper. Place a length onto your worktop and pour the cheese ball mixture out on top. Bring up the sides and wrap it as tightly as you can. Try to shape it into somewhat of a ball shape, but don't fret about getting it perfect. It's actually much easier to perfect the shape once it's chilled. This is called a cheese ball, but there's nothing to say it needs to be in the shape of a ball. You could also shape this into a log or more of a flat square type shape. whichever way you think works and looks the best. Place the cheese ball into the fridge for at least 4 hours to set up so it doesn't fall apart in the final steps. After at least 4 hours, remove your cheese ball from the fridge. Take the pecans and cranberries. I've also added some chives for some greenery here and pour it out onto a plate. At this point, before unwrapping, have a play with the shape and try to get it into as even of a ball as you can. Place it onto the plate covered with the cranberries and pecans and turn it over, pressing so the coating sticks. This is a bit of a messy job, but you should get a really nice and even coating. The cheese ball can be served at this point. Maybe give it another 20 minutes or so just so it warms up to room temperature from the fridge, or you can also place it back into the fridge for a few hours until you're ready to serve. I hope you try this out. It's perfect for any holiday or just get together. It's easy to make and so delicious, and there are so many options with flavourings. You can try something newer every time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.